Hello and welcome to the Holy Spirit's Curriculum of Joy podcast. My name is Wanaka Oberhuber and I am your host. Today, as almost always, I have no idea what this episode is going to be about. A very important topic that has come to my awareness is the question of what is the dream for? Or is there a purpose to the dream? You know, in A Course in Miracles, we are talking about ideas, and ideas being the cause of everything. And the dream is caused by a thought of separation. Having thought that we could separate from our Creator, the Parent. Now, as we know from many experiences, separation isn't possible. We've tried in many ways to separate from others, to separate thoughts, to separate people, to separate. Yes, many people get married and then divorce. Many people get born and then die. And. All these things appear as if separation were something we could do, we could experience. And yet, there is no way to separate anything from anything else. What does the Course in Miracles say about the dream or about the body's purpose? Since the body is what has come of the thought of separation, the whole world has come from that, and the body is a metaphor for the whole world as well. It is the dream, in other words. And the Course, in the Course in Miracles, Yeshua is saying that the body's purpose is for communication. Its sole purpose is communication. And communication in the sense of what reminds us or even just affirms that we are one. Now, if the whole dream is given its power by this necessity to communicate oneness, one could actually understand how the song comes about, the metaphor of the song. Yes, the song of freedom, the song of prayer, the song of love, the communication, pure communication of joy. So in other words, the dream's sole purpose is the expression of joy. Now, once you understand that, all the other lessons make sense too. Like, I don't know what anything is for. Why would that make sense? How does that fit together with all the other things being said within the context of A Course in Miracles? Like, happiness is your only purpose. Well, yes, if the expression or the communication of oneness that is synonymous with happiness is the only purpose, then why? It fits together perfectly. So in other words, the body, the world, the dream is continuously expressing, affirming, recognizing, welcoming oneness, wholeness, holiness, innocence. Now, there are many ways of thinking about innocence, or about holiness, or about, is it something you are inherently, or does it need you to do something for it? Well, in A Course in Miracles, we are told that our worth is established by God. So we have nothing to do with it other than to allow what already is established to be. So, this is a very, very important point. Many times we think to be spiritual or to live A Course in Miracles, once we have accepted the atonement for ourselves, what does that mean? Does it mean we have to go around and tell people what to do or how to live their lives or what is right or wrong, or that they need to do something for us or we need to do something for them or anything else? Well, if our worth is established by God, then that wouldn't make any sense, would it? I know the topic of you need do nothing is discussed a lot in Course circles. And yet, you need do nothing has nothing to do with the question of action within the dream, because action is the dream's form of responding to this purpose of communication. So, in the dream, action is always taking place. So you need do nothing has to do with a recognition that our worth is established by God. It has nothing to do with a relinquishment of action. Of course, action stemming from I need do nothing or my worth is established by God does have a very different, how could you say, purpose. Or not the purpose, because the purpose is also established by God. Let's say a different feel. Yeah, it comes from a different viewpoint. It comes from the experience of peace of mind. Now, many people would come to a practitioner of A Course in Miracles with the distinct feeling that, yeah, having this practice, you might be one of those people who wants to convince people of something. Like you would want to make someone else join in the same scheme, in the same methods, in the same path, on the same path. Well, if it is your part to teach, teaching is not about convincing anyone of anything. It's not even about convincing yourself of anything. In A Course in Miracles, we speak of teach what you want to learn. So, that's the only way to learn. That's the foundation of learning. Another way of putting it is that the means, teaching, and the end of it being learning are one. A very popular thought is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And another very popular thought is that when someone has accepted their role as teacher of God, the students will appear. Are you the student? Are you the teacher? You are always both. But independent of that, you are allowed to accept that the teacher comes from within you. In A Course in Miracles, the teacher is referred to as the Holy Spirit. Yes. And love is extended to us in many, many ways by what appear to be many, many teachers. And yet there is only one teacher and one student. Okay. We are established by God. Our worth is established by God. Our purpose is given by God. We are absolutely always carried by God. Blessings. Till next time. Bye-bye.